All right, so now what you need to know about section 1 or task 1 in the writing is that it's different in general module from academic module. So in the general module, you need to write a letter which is informal or formal, and you write around 150 words within 20 minutes. In the academic part, and I believe this is what we need to focus on, you are asked to analyze a chart, and you should analyze this chart again within 20 minutes, and you try to write at least 150 words. So you should know that the general module is required for the immigration and work abroad, or the place where you are applying for, while the academic module is required for study. This is why, as long as you need to take scholarships or you look for studying abroad, this means that you need to focus mainly more on the academic module. So you will notice that either it's general or academic, it's the same timing and the same requirements. You spend 20 minutes writing 150 words minimum, but the content itself is different. And actually, we have 6 types of charts that you may come across in the exam. And maybe the charts you have, it's either like one type, or it can be a mix. Sometimes it's, let's say, a line graph and a pie chart. Sometimes it's a bar chart with a line graph, or a bar chart with a pie chart. And it can be a kind of mix between two, and this is a kind of complex. But the more frequent thing you may come through or come across is having like one type of data, and you try to analyze it. So these are the 6 types we have. We have a bar chart, we have map. All right. We have a bar chart, we have a map, we have a process chart, pie chart, and the final 2, line graph or and a table. So each of these like has its own way of addressing, but they all share something in common, and this is what I want to focus on today. So the format and the layout of task 1 is different from task 2. The number of words, of course, and the minutes or the time you should spend is another thing which is different. And the way of organizing the data and the way of grouping the data and selecting it and these things, again, is a bit different from what we are used to in task 2. Let me go through it كده step by step, talking about it from a very general perspective, and try to discuss things together. And later, if you have any questions or something, we can discuss them together. So first of all, the first thing you need to know is that, as I said, you need to write 150 words within 20 minutes. So this means that you are not writing everything. You're not gonna write everything. You will select, again, you will select the main differences, the key changes, the key differences. Usually, the key changes or the key differences, usually they are 3 or 4, not more than that. Sometimes, of course, you have more, and sometimes you have fewer than that, but the major thing or the frequent thing is that it's usually between 3 and 4 key changes. This is why you won't write much about these. And this is why you are not going to select everything to write about. And what we can, exclude from this is the process chart. Because in the process chart, the one on the left here, you are not focusing on selecting key figures or key changes or something. No, you are writing about a process, like steps. What happens first, what happens next, what comes before what happens after what, and these things. And you try to group data here, like not similarities and differences, it's like you're grouping phases or you're grouping stages together. Something like, let's say, number 1 and 2 here. So, you are talking about the same thing because they are in the same phase or in the same part. Something like 3 and 4, it's the same. They are linked to each other or connected to each other. So you try to find the relationship between the stages or the steps, and you write them together. On the other hand, when you deal with other charts, so it's not like you go year by year, for example. Like in this year, what happened like was whatever, in this year, whatever, in this year, no. And in a map, it's not the same. Like you don't take it part like this. Here it was whatever, and now it's whatever. Here you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, but here you can see 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, and something. No. It's like you group similarities and differences, and you write about them in like one body paragraph or in 2 body paragraphs, or whatever the number of body paragraphs you are going to use. But this is the first fact you need to learn. Where is the? Oh, it's not here. Like, let me. Yes. So the first note I want you to take care of: you shouldn't write everything on the chart. Just select the relevant or key changes or differences. And of course, again, we said that we have an exception here. Do you remember we said what is the exception?
The process chart.
The process chart, yes, exactly. We have the process chart here. You should write about the stages or procedure on the process chart. So this is the first thing that we need to highlight or we need to talk about. And what will help you to do so, to select the key changes or to know what you are going to write about in these things, is the brainstorming stage. So again, like task 2, don't just read the chart and then you go directly to write. No, wait a minute. Take some time to think about the data you are going to include, to think about the things that you are going to write about, to know what is similar to what or what is different from what, to know whether you have more than 1 or 2 things share the same trend, for example, or it's only one thing, to know what is the chart is about, what kind of data it provides. So you need to read and analyze the data and the charts carefully first, and this should take around 2-3 minutes or something before you start writing. This is the first thing. Number 2, write between 150 and 200 words. It's enough. It's enough. Don't write more than that. And if you write more than that, it indicates or it gives the impression that you are including unnecessary details. And including unnecessary details, unfortunately, may impact your score in the task response. It may make it like, reach Ben score 5. Because in the task, in the marking criteria of writing task 1, in Ben score 5, it says you might focus on details, or there might be some focus on details. And I don't want you to focus on details. I want you to focus on key things. Again, remember the average wording is between 150 and 200 words. And what will help you to reach this number or to be within the range is using complex language, complex structures or complex vocabulary, for example. Instead of explaining things or adding unnecessary long sentences, you can shorten this into a very short one by using complex structures, as I said, or vocabulary. So these are the first 2 things that you need to highlight. Now, the third thing, it's about the layout. Now, if you remember in the essay, we said that you have 4 paragraphs. We have introduction, body paragraph 1, body paragraph 2, and conclusion. This is a bit different here. The layout or the organization, let's make it like paragraphing, should go like that. Introduction. What do you think the introduction is about in task 1? Where can you get the introduction, or what should I write in the introduction? So if I try to show you something from a previous test or from Cambridge books, and you tell me how can we make the introduction?
Paraphrase the title of the paragraph of that chart.
Of the chart, okay. Paraphrase the title. All right. Do you agree? And I'm just trying to open the file. Here it is.
Talking about the type of the chart and what it's representing.
Okay, and what it is representing, what it represents, huh? So you have a question like that, for instance. So where can I get the introduction? I agree with both of you, actually. But is there something here that can help me with that? Sorry? Is there something here that can help me with that? I want just to make the introduction. I don't want you to look at anything now. I just want best to make a suitable introduction.
Yes, the first paragraph of the question is talking about what this pie chart is talking about.
Exactly. This is what I want you to do. Paraphrase the given rubric here, or paraphrase the given statement or the given information in the question, what it is mainly about. All right. And notice the information included, because this is something important. Some people mispresent this information even when it's included. Yani, this is a big problem. Yani, for example, here, what is this chart about, or what is this question mainly about? What information does it provide?
Students in universities in England,
okay,
who are speaking another language.
All right. So here I have 2, let's say, inappropriate or inaccurate information. Can anybody know them? Ms. Fatoum now said it's students in British universities who are speaking other languages. So we have 2 inaccurate information here. 2 inaccurate pieces of information here. Anybody knows?
It's a certain university, one university.
Thank you. Exactly. So it's not universities in general. It's about one university only. It's not about any university, and it's not about 2, 3, 4. It's one university only, as it is said. Right. And what is the other inaccurate piece of information?
British students
ايوه ما قلناهم دول خلاص.
speak other language other
Another
than
language, addition English.
In addition to English. Yes. So they speak another language in addition to English. So it's like they have their own language, okay, and they speak other languages. So maybe, okay, I'm going to share them with you. Don't worry. I will get back, Ms. Sundus, to the table. Don't worry. To the whiteboard. All right. So now I know that we have British students at one university, particular university, and where this university is.
in
Is
England.
In England. So we are talking about a university in England, and those students speak, were able to speak other languages more in addition to English. So they speak like 2, 3, 4 languages in addition, of course, to English. And there is one missing piece of information here.
The time period between 2000 and 2010.
Exactly. You see? So I have several pieces of information here to be included in my introduction. So here, British students at one university, and I have the location in England, were able to speak other languages in addition to English, and I have the period of time. This is what I want to paraphrase. This is what I want to paraphrase. This is the information that is shown. فدon't mispresent this information. Okay.
Yes.
Yes, okay, great. So sometimes I find people, all right, they say, for example, the chart shows data about students, British students, speaking also who spoke other languages in England, for example. So what is the problem here?
There's a lot of misinformation.
All right. So first, one of them is
One university's
okay.
time period from 2000 to 2010.
All right.
Another language.
Yes.
And then
forget English.
Okay, so I said British students, all right. I forgot English, okay. But even if I say it's fine, the question is, all right, which students? At which stage, for example, or is it university or school or high school or what? Which students? Okay, the time, as you mentioned, I didn't say when exactly, and here I have a grammatical error. Like, you know, you are saying spoke. You are saying here spoke other languages in England. So now spoke when? This is past simple. When exactly? It's unclear. So from the very beginning, notice that this is the beginning of your answer. This is the first thing that you write. So from the very beginning, information is missing or is mispresented. So make sure that you analyze the chart carefully and you know what kind of information it provides or it gives. So when you do your introduction, you are like confident that you have presented everything. Okay, and this part is like typical in almost all questions. It tells you here to summarize information, selecting and reporting the main features. This is what we were talking about, not to write everything. Okay, and make comparisons where relevant, and we will talk about this in a few minutes. But please remember to analyze the question carefully before you do your introduction. So back again to the board.